going on, guys? It's Garrett from the CSE Tech Talks. Today we're going to be holding street technical interviews with students that pass by. It goes from ascending order from an easy question like finding the sum of two numbers all the way over to something a little more difficult like finding a non-repeating character in a string. So we're going to ask some students and see what they come up with. Before we begin, what's your name?
I'm Joseph.
All right, cool.
And I'm majoring in software engineering. I'm a freshman.
By all means, pick whichever one you want.
Okay.
And
just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And talk us through your process.
Okay. All my classes are Python, so that's what I'm thinking in right now. I guess I would just make a for loop to go through each one. So something like for x in range, the length of the array. So like, I can't remember this is the right syntax at all, but something like that. And then I think it would just be as simple as set whichever element in the array you're in times equals 2, I think. If you wanted to multiply it by 2, or you could do it by whatever number you wanted. So I think that's what I would do for that.
Okay. And then after that process is through, how would you output it to the console?
Well, you could either do that in the for loop right now. You could just like print out each element as you go through, or if you wanted to have the completed array, you could just have another for loop and go through the array after it's done. Or you could just, I guess you could actually just print the array just by itself, right?
I think
you
so.
Can. I think you can.
Yeah.
So I guess just after that, just print array, maybe? There you go. I don't know if that's readable at all, but we did get the output, 2, 14, 8, 0, 18.
Very nice, very nice, yep. Thanks, Joseph.
Absolutely.
This is Corbin. And Corbin, which of these would you like to solve today?
I could probably do this one.
All right.
That one's good.
Give it a shot, see how you do.
A equals 4, and then you can say like B equals 6. And then we could say sum is equal to A plus B. We do like print, and then, oh, that's not what I want. Print sum, you could do that.
Yep. Yeah, nice. Well, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy, all right. And what semester
That's my name.
Or are you a freshman, junior, senior?
Junior.
Junior, nice,
Junior.
nice. What's your major?
Computer science.
All right, cool. Which one of these do you want to take a crack at?
The medium.
The medium, all right.
I'm a medium kind of guy.
The floor is yours, my guy.
All right. I'm trying to think of all the different languages I could try this in. Okay. That's my calculus F. As if I knew calculus. For number in array. I'm just going to go Python, it's easy. How do you spell accumulator? Ooh.
Your guess is as good as mine, man. I can look it up for you.
Good. That's fine.
I guess you could do ACCUM for
Oh, accumulator. That's the word. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't seem like a word. Yeah, okay. Cumulonimbus. Okay, so.
Oh, accumulator is the built-in Python. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that a thing?
My bad.
Okay. Oh, this is so hard. Wait.
You've got this. You've got this.
Accumulator equals number times accumulator? Okay, wait, hang on. So the first time it would do 1 times 1.
Yeah.
And then it would do 9 times 1. And then it would do 0 times 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's then going to end up as 0 anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking heck. Okay. So I just need to do...
But I mean, even if this 0 was a 1, the logic would stay the same.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny how as we learn more languages, it gets harder to just write them on the fly. You did good, man, though. You did good.
Not too bad.
Good deal. Okay, well, I'm going to try the hard one, and we'll see how far I get. Probably won't be very far. I've never even done a technical interview, so if I need to find a non-repeating character, I guess you could take the string. So string is equal to this, and you could put, is there a built-in function in Python that splits a string into an array? I've been doing C# for like months. Let's see, for my handwriting is terrible. For I in range, then you do length, and I think you can just call dot string, right?
You put it in parentheses, so it would be range parentheses length parentheses string.
Interesting, okay. Okay, so the length function would call the string within the range function. And then we'll do an if-else statement, I'd say. If I is equal to, and how would you put, because we'd need to compare the two. So we can't just go through one, we have to compare both of them. So it'd need to be something like 4. So this is doing the range through the length of the string.
Real quick, would you want to call it the same variable name?
Probably not.
So we could probably call
So
it-
we'd need to call it something else. So we'll do it twice. This one's inside. I don't know if you can see that. So we have I in range of length of string and X in range length of string. Now we do our if statement so we can compare the two. If, well, X and I will both be equal to each other at some point. Does this one start first
They
and
will
then
both,
it iterates, or
they
they
will-
both start at the same time?
They'll both start at the same time. So first, I is technically going to go to A the first day. X is going to go to that first day.
Right.
So then you're going to want to do if I is equal to X, and then it would just return because that's what we're not looking for.
Return.
And that would just break out. So you wouldn't even need any, you don't need a return statement because then it just breaks. And then, but what would we want to do after? Because we only want to access the first non-repeating.
Else, we would put an else statement or an else if you could do. I guess in Python it's elif. I is not equal to X.
So
we
then
would
how,
print
yeah. So then how would we keep it from accessing D
from accessing D?
at the end of the string?
Well, since this is the first non-repeating character, which I guess this is what we needed to specify. We're looking for the find the first. See, when you run the game, you can make your own rules, right? When you're finding the first, we hit to I not equal to X, return I, and we could just like put a break statement right here, and then print. We could print I. That might work. I don't know. I'm still a freshman too. Let's check it. I gotta throw it up on a computer. All right, so I was completely wrong. Well, I got 80% of the way. First off, you don't do length like this in Python. You do len. That's the only way Python recognizes it. I mean, you could set it to its own variable, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Second off, we need to put it within a function, all of this within a function. So this is gonna be really bad. But let's say we define first non-repeat. We don't have to go farther than that. And we will pass string into that function. So now all of this is going on in this function. We don't technically need both of these for loops. What we can actually do is, I'm just gonna go ahead and erase all of this. What we can actually do is, we can set this to like char for character in string. We just do one if statement. We use the built-in count function in Python. If the count of one of the indexes in the string is equal to 1, we return none. We can then print and call first non-repeat. And so now if we put that into our code, we get our first return. That's super small, but that's an E right there. That's the first one that we had, and it works. So yeah, that's how you solve it.